Hey. Hey, what the why is that my name? My first big unlockable experience is harder ingrained in my wacky gamer brain than the first 5 years of my life. Let me set the stage. Year, Fergalicious AD, aka 2007.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So me and my good pal Daniel are playing Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo Game Square, 3D, whoa! It was early morning before we had to go to school that day, and we're just doing our thing, playing through adventure mode when you get to that first fight where typically you would do some fisticuffs versus Mario and Peach. Typically. Well, if you end that first stage with the number 2 somewhere on the timer, then you would be presented with this cutscene. As you can imagine, Daniel and I just start fucking seizuring on the floor. That's a lie, it doesn't work that way. The point is, we were beyond excited because we're gonna have a chance to unlock Luigi at the end of this adventure mode run, which we didn't even know he was in this game. But our seizures came to a halt when my aunt, we'll call her Dora, came into the room to remind us that we had to go to school for that day. But we hadn't beaten the adventure mode run yet. So we left the GameCube console on and we're just gonna beat it once we get home. And wouldn't you know, we go to school and come back to find out that Dora had turned off the console while we were gone. I don't remember how long it took for us to re-encounter Luigi because we didn't know that you were supposed to end the stage with a 2 or whatever. We just had to fucking play the game and cross our nipples in hopes that he would appear for whatever reason. Okay, so there was 2 main points to me telling you that story. First, Dora is a terrible human being. Second, unlockables should be a challenge. This is the type of shit that makes unlockables fun. For me. My opinion. My channel. My channel. And by challenge, I mean completing certain events in a certain fashion with some difficulty to prove your worth and then be rewarded thusly. And I can see how some of you might be like, so you're telling me in order to unlock Mewtwo, I gotta spend 20 hours tugging my nuts to Kirby's shoeless toes? I should have got him last night. Yeah, I'm all with you on that one. Look, I've noticed 4 main ways to go about unlocking stuff. A, main gameplay. 2, extracurricular activities. 3, playing the waiting game. And D, paying for it. And each of these have some right ways and some not so right ways of going about them. But I've noticed it is harder to go wrong with the first 2. So how about we break them down with some pros and cons? Try and keep up, Poindexter. First off, main gameplay. Some good pros to this are you're consistently getting rewarded for just playing the game. Typically, they'll scale in quality as you progress. And all you gotta do to unlock whatever you want to unlock is just do whatever the game tells you to do. The only con that I can think of here is that they do feel a little bit less special since everybody kinda has to unlock the flamerangs and tie to burn down the colonies of spiders and commit genocides on their families and homes in order to progress to the next area. But fuck feeling special, you have flaming boomerangs now. And of course, not every game is gonna do this in the best way. Like beating the Star Cup on Double Dash to unlock my 2 lovely uncles felt fucking awesome. I worked hard to beat that mode and wasn't sure what was gonna happen when I did. Oh dude, but it felt way cooler when I unlocked another Koopaling for the 7th fucking time by coming first place in a race so slow that my cracked out kitten could have beaten it. Get this, he still only has his permit. Thanks for coming out tonight. Feel safe. Next up, we got the extracurricular activia. Poop yogurt. Thanks, Jamie Lee Curtis. Some good shit about this one is that you don't have to progress in the main game to get these. You can unlock a bunch of shit on the side in whatever fashion and use them to help you out in the main game. Also, these are the ones that feel super rewarding since no one told you to get every single treasure in Pikmin 2, but you decided to do it anyways. You just need enough to get home. Now your shit's all tricked out and you fucking refuse to turn off sicko mode? Come on, man, you've had that shit on repeat for like 2 weeks now! Also, as you saw with the last point, now you can do shit after you've already beaten the main game. There's still more stuff to do and more rewards to be had. Cons? Well, 2 come to mind. Firstly, it can be kind of difficult to try and even figure out what you're even supposed to do to unlock the ultimate weapon in Kingdom Hearts 2. And the other is for a fairly specific situation. Like maybe there's a little bit too much work in between you and playing as Lizardman in fucking Soul Cal 2, aka me. Next, we have what is probably the worst way to go about unlocking stuff, which is the waiting game. Don't get me wrong, I've got my nostalgic memory of trying to unlock Mewtwo after 20 hours of gameplay too, but that's all it is, nostalgia. When I went back to beat Melee again just a few years ago, do you think I played 20 hours of Smash to get Mewtwo? No, Fuck no, I'm an adult man with the attention span akin to that of a blind goldfish with Alzheimer's. I just went into Smash, set the shit to one stock, plugged in a second controller, and then waited until tomorrow. Eat shit. The waiting game is the con for its own section. What an asshole! But I guess a small potential pro for this is that for people who aren't hardcore gamers like me and might not be able to beat the Halloween chase and Totally Spies for the Game Boy Advance, pussy, then it might be nice to just have the option to instead wait 20 hours and the fucking Kiwi, Kiki, and Danger picture in the gallery could just unlock itself. And drumroll, finally we've got DLC. Some pros to this is that it allows developers to release games but continue development and make more content. It helps people in the game industry keep making that coin so they can afford the Monster Musume uncensored Blu-ray discs. Like, go home and have a good fun family movie night. Also, maybe there's a weapon class or a map or a special pair of butt cheeks that didn't make it to the main game. Well, if the company's involved enough in their community, then maybe they can hear them out and actually put RoboCop's sweet metallic butt cheeks in MK11. I don't think anyone actually asked for that. A lot of the shit that makes DLC good can also be seen as what makes it bad. You know, now you have to pay to unlock these things. If the DLC is done right, then it shouldn't be immediately available, so you have to wait, and that leads to last and most certainly the worst, which makes my heart... Here, actually, deep metaphor time. Imagine my heart is this baguette. They could be not adding stuff that could have made it to the main game and instead decide to charge you for it when they release it. I think my good friend Javier put it best himself when he said, here, Skabango, skabango, your mama's a chango. Now, this is clearly a very complex metaphor, so here, I'll explain it to you, champ. Here, what he said in layman's terms was, DLC can be quite the double-edged sword. On one hand, you've got creators who are using it as a method to continue developing and adding shit to a game that they already released so they can keep the love alive, fan base happy and going strong. But on the other hand, you got these slippery sons of bitches who, instead of including characters with maybe some free in-game challenges to unlock them, they instead say fuck the challenges, fuck the extra work, and decide to make you pay for it. A day one DLC kind of shit. And I'm pretty sure that's what Javier meant. Either that or he was calling my mom a monkey. Nanikore. Oh yes, Smash 4. Okay, so looking at everything we've gone over thus far, we should know the best ways to go about unlocking stuff. Now let me preface this with I am not the most seasoned gamer girl, so there may be a better example out there. This is just the best example I was able to find on how to use each one of these methods to their best potential. And that example is, yeah, Smash 4. Regardless of how you feel about this game, I feel like it's the closest thing to doing it perfectly. Now, let's go down each of the lists, starting with Unlockables found in the main game. Well, what is the main game to Smash? It's just Smash, you know? Video game reps having a tussle platformer style. Regardless of whether you're doing classic, event mode, multi-man Smash, regular Smash, being a curious 12-year-old and trying to look at Peach's dress in trophy mode. Just me? It's all the main game. The challenges are spread out everywhere and hidden, and each of these unlockables have unique challenges to getting them. This contains all the main pros that I listed from earlier, and that one con about uniqueness, well, we don't really need to worry about uniqueness to our own stories, considering that Smash 4 isn't trying to tell some kind of grand story, sadly. Moving on to Poop Yogurt, well, this game is a combo of main game and extracurricular shit, so all of those pros apply here too. And as for those cons, well, the vagueness problem we had is instantly fixed with the challenge board mechanic. All of the challenges for unlocking stuff in this game are laid out on this board. You'll get a preview of what you're going to unlock and what you need to do in order to get it, which they decide to exclude characters from this board, but like, why? The other issue with having to wait to unlock your main? Yeah, it's kind of here. There are certain challenges to complete for unlocking each character, all of which having max level stealth, but if you're struggling to complete whatever challenge to get the corresponding character, there's now another option for unlocking them to kind of help the cons from this list and the next. Yeah, the waiting game. How is this method of unlocking stuff used to its best? In the only way it should be, which is when these two little twerps can get along and stop fucking hissing, spitting, and shitting on each other, and maybe share a Pop-Tart by making it so that the waiting game is only present if you are too incapable to do the main challenge for unlocking your character. Yes, this is the same waiting game mechanic from Melee, except this time they got smart about it, so you can't just set down your controller and practice Fergalicious dance choreography for 20 hours to unlock Mewtwo. I think this should only apply to characters in this situation though, since they're all supposed to be on a level playing field. It's just your unique preferred way to experience the game. Now, finally, the DLC had a pretty healthy waiting window and was for a pretty low price. Forget about those cons. But the predatory con, do you think Nintendo did that? Obviously not. It's Nintendo, which, if you don't know, is just an acronym for, no, we're not gonna do some predatory-ass day one DLC baby shit. Nintendo. Now, I don't really feel like games are heading in the wrong direction. It feels like for some reason they're having some growing pains. Some games like Crash 4 are still proving that it's worth it to put some time into having an actual fun unlockable experience. And of course, there are some games who are saying fuck that and are opting for in-game purchases rather than just unlocking it by playing the game. I don't think it should have to be this way. Really, they could live in harmony. You could put some effort into having fun, challenging in-game unlockables, and then later on down the game's life cycle, throw in some DLC. With that all being said, I think it's about time we start doing unlockables right. I've been Sir Scaly Monkey Nuts III, and I bid you adieu. What's going on, everybody? Hey, if you liked that video, please leave a like. Please subscribe, because I definitely am going to keep making stuff like this. I had so much fun making this video, even though it was a new video format for me. I'm super happy with it. It really gives me a lot of freedom, and I also am proud of the video because I feel like I've really loosened up. Like, I feel like maybe you guys couldn't tell in the previous videos, but I don't really feel like I've been being me. In this one, I feel like I was really able to accomplish at least getting pretty damn close to just being 100% free and loose with my scripts and stuff, and just talking like I'd like to. Anyways, oh yeah, leave a comment if you guys have any unlockable related stories, whether they be, you know, nostalgia stories like good things, or if they be, you know, horror stories like I had. But yeah, anyways, my goal was to upload on the first of every month. I didn't say that in a video, I just said monthly, but the goal is the first. So if you don't see a video on the first, then just know that I'm slaving over the computer to get it done. But yeah, hey, I'm drinking coffee again. That's pretty cool. Haven't really been able to do that ever since my anxiety problems, because that would throw me into a panic attack. But no, yeah, I'm happy. I can have coffee without freaking heart rate pounding through my chest. But yeah, my full-time has been killing me. Full-time work has been killing me. Especially lately, because it seems like my manager knows that if I'm working extra hard, then it's so I can get done early and then, you know, spend some time on a script or a thumbnail or something and get a little bit more ahead on videos. And she'll make me work extra hard just to make sure that doesn't happen. Which kind of sucks, but I mean, we're getting through it. Anyways, I'm about to hit the 2-minute mark, so I should probably shut my trap. Thank you so much if you stuck through everything, including this. Maybe follow me on Twitter if you want to hear a little bit of me personally. I mean, I love to post shit on there, whether it be shit posts like what I posted yesterday, or just genuine questions or comments or whatever. I don't know. It'd be cool to have a little community over there. Anyways, which I kind of already do. They're super cool. I love those guys. Anyways, thank you guys so much for sticking through, and I'll see you in the next video in about a month, hopefully on the 1st. See you then. Bye.